What's up, guys? Chris the Ninja here, and welcome.
And Mom!
Welcome to another Cooking with Casey episode. Now, as you can see, my mother has just hopped in the frame and she's bouncing all around. But what she doesn't know is that she's going to cook everything today.
Psych! Psych! Psych!
I'm not kidding. Because I keep telling you guys how I'm teaching you guys how to cook, but it doesn't make much sense if I'm telling you guys I'm teaching you how to cook when I don't have anybody to show what I've taught them. So, this is going to be like a, kind of like a mixture of an old dish that I made. I made pork chops, and it's also mashed potatoes and stuff like that. So we're going to let my mom cook all of this, and I'm going to see how she does. We have a contingency plan with my grandmother who's going to make some pork chops, so just in case.
You sure have a lot of confidence in me.
Just in case something goes wrong.
That grease is hot, Chris. We gotta put the pork chops in the grease.
All right, well that you heard it from the master chef. I'm just the pretty good chef, but you heard it from the master chef herself that the grease is hot. So let's cut to my mom and see how she does.
Okay, so Grandma, what do I do first? Oh, I guess I should be asking the master cook, Chris.
Yep.
How do you tell if the oil's hot?
Put your hand over it.
Put your hand over it.
Or what you can do, if you don't feel safe with that, just put a pinch of flour in the oil.
Okay.
And see if it sizzles. But you're supposed to know this, Mom.
Well, you're supposed to be teaching me.
You were supposed to know this.
It's not hot enough. Okay.
All right. So now what are you doing? Now what are you doing?
I am going to start on the spinach then, because I need to clean it.
All right.
Even though it was bagged.
You wanna put your cornbread in?
Yeah, I can start that too.
Okay. You want me to turn this on?
Yes,
Hold.
please.
This is her. This is her.
You really got you on. Oh boy.
So as you can see, she's rinsing off the spinach. You're doing something a little bit more interesting.
All right then.
Okay, now what are you doing?
So I just rinsed it again one more time. Just make sure everything is off. So see my leaves. And I'm just gonna put just a little bit of water.
So you're gonna steam it?
Mm-hmm. I am.
All right, you gotta tell them what you're doing.
I'm gonna steam it because the spinach is gonna make some water itself, so you don't have to add a lot of water to it.
Okay, well you know what you're talking about. I think probably maybe.
I'm gonna wipe the bottom of the pan off.
You got a nice house in Dallas, but it's not a museum.
All right, what do you need me to turn it on?
We're gonna turn it on probably medium to low.
So like three, like a three.
Oh, okay.
Like a three.
Yeah, 3 would be good.
All right, so you heard it. You heard it from the chef in training first, guys. You're gonna put it on about a 3. If you have numbers are about like just above medium, just above medium. All right. So now what?
Okay, I'm also gonna put a little bit of butter in
In what?
the spinach.
Oh, okay. We're gonna put butter in the spinach.
She said you had about 300 of them.
I do apologize for the noise in the background.
She said it's all
So I'm just gonna put some butter in there.
And then what? And then cover it?
We're gonna cover it.
Okay. Well, let me get the top.
Just put it on top.
That's what it's supposed to look like, kind of ish, maybe. All right. Now what? Now what are you gonna do?
Okay, now we're gonna move to the next thing.
All right. What's the next thing you're gonna cook?
We have to clean up first, because it would be a horrible cook if I didn't clean up as I go. So, give me just a moment and we'll be right back with it.
That's debatable.
Hold on a second, please. We're going to take a shortcut. I'm going to make some potatoes from Betty Crocker.
took us to
Because I can't trust you to make potatoes from scratch. You guys remember last time.
Yeah. Yeah. And butter slowly into our potatoes. Yeah, that's why Christmas should have made them. So this is as simple as following the instructions. 2 cups of water, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 3/4 cups of milk.
All right, well, let's hope she doesn't mess this up, because then I'll have to save it with cheese again.
Here's our pork chops. They're cooking nicely.
These are the sample ones that they're supposed to look like when she cooks them. So these were put in before she started cooking. Just use that tap water.
Since we're going to boil them, boil out. So, but it should be pretty just fine. It's always good to have multiple tools. So as you see, I have my measuring spoons.
She learned that from me.
Of course.
Because
I was here first. 3 tablespoons of butter.
All right, good to have that little butter, that little spatula. It's not called a butter knife, it's called a spatula. Common misconception.
That's one.
I think that might be more than a tablespoon.
You should always level it off. That's how you know it's packed in there. That's 2.
I apologize for that really annoying sound. I know some of you out there might have OCD or something like that, or might just be annoyed by screeching sounds of metal.
You should use the edge that's not serrated if you're using a knife.
Well, that should come as a natural, you know, stance of cooking. But you heard it from her first. So now what? Now what's next?
We're going to heat the water and the butter in a saucepan or on the stove and get it nice and hot. So once it gets hot, we're going to take it off, and add some milk and our potatoes. So tune back in just a few minutes.
All right.
I did. 3/4 cup of milk. And don't worry, this time we're not going to pour it all in at once.
Let's just go back to that dramatic flashback. Oh, by the way, she decided that she wanted to make some cornbread. So, I can't focus on it. Camera doesn't want to focus on it, but you're going to cook it on the bottom for 10 minutes, and you're going to cook it on the top for 10 minutes. So make sure you watch it carefully, and make sure you set your timer. So
Shot pretty good.
And by the way, don't forget, those are the sample pork chops. These are the samples. This is what they're supposed to look like. All right, this is the sample, what they're supposed to look like. All right, now our chef in training is cleaning the dishes. She's cleaning her one dish. That well, her 2 dishes.
You can set them over here.
Thank you, Master Chef Grandmom.
You're welcome, Chef.
What you should always do whenever you're cooking something and there's a gap in between your cook time, always make sure to take anything that could possibly be flammable off of the burner.
Oh, yes.
Always.
Excellent.
I'm going to turn this up just a little bit.
So we're gonna turn up that
But you notice how it's going down some?
Yep.
So as you can see, it's starting to make some water in the bottom of the pan. And even though this was a whole bag, it will not look like it when it's done.
So that's the pro tip of the day, I guess.
I'll probably make about 3 servings, 3 healthy servings.
You can never have too many vegetables. In my opinion, you don't need vegetables, you just need fruit. But we're gonna have some vegetables today. Notice how she was about to throw the potatoes in first.
How about we do about that much first? Potatoes in.
You sure you don't want to pour all the milk in there at one time?
No, not this time.
So you're implying that they'll do it again? Let us cut back to that last time. One more time.
Milk and butter slowly into our potatoes.
Trust me, it was hilarious. I had to save everything.
Stir these, they're gonna thicken up.
Now this is what the potatoes will look like if you didn't pour it in all at the same time the first time. So I just gotta keep making sure that she won't do it again.
Who do you think taught you how to cook?
Your mommy and myself. Trust me, guys, it's not as hard to cook as you think it is. It's as simple as turning on your stove and learning how to boil water.
If you can read directions, you can cook.
If you can boil water, you can cook.
Not necessarily.
If you can boil water, there's like 5 dishes you can
Thinner than
cook.
that?
You can add the rest of the milk, so we can actually follow the recipe. Not have lumpy potatoes.
We don't have lumpy potatoes.
This comes from the person who poured all of that milk and butter mixture in there at the same time. Well, no, it's only because we're making potatoes again. If we weren't making potatoes, then I wouldn't have to bring it up. But we are making potatoes.
And I still say if you made them last time, it wouldn't have turned out that way.
You're right. They would have turned out much better.
I was tired that day.
I was tired too. I had school that day. I was sitting. I had been up since like 6 o'clock or something.
Excuses.
I don't know. Would you like cheese in your potatoes?
We can put a little bit in.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. So I'll be right back, and I'll be with the cheese, so that way I don't drop my camera. Bam! Look at that. I just called that cheese over with my mind. Just opened the refrigerator with my mind and went. Phew.
Thank you. The cheese has a little salt in it. Naturally. So I'm going to add some pepper though.
The rest of my family is watching the Andy Griffith Show in the background, so that's where the whistling came from. Because it's a really catchy tune, and I wanted to whistle along. So we have some pepper being added. Do you have any suggestions on how much pepper to add?
Just season it to taste. I like pepper.
But my grandfather can't stand spicy food, so.
Well, it won't be too spicy for him though.
All right. Well, are you going to make your one pork chop to see if it comes out like the rest?
Well, we will try in just a moment. But for now, I'm just going to put the top on this and let it sit for a while.
All right, then. Well, you heard it from her.
Turn off the stove because that burner was on. But here's our spinach. And as you can see, it's cooked down quite a bit. And so all I'm doing is stirring it. Notice it's got more water in it.
Yep. That high quality camera not fogging up. See that high quality camera? Sponsored by Samsung. This camera was brought to you by Samsung. High quality, doesn't fog up at all. As long as you know you do it right, like I do my videos right.
And so the only other thing I would add to the spinach is a little pepper, again to season it. So a little pepper or salt, or you could even use lemon pepper or anything that you want to give it a kick. Some people like hot sauce in their spinach. I prefer not. So whatever you like in your spinach, and it's almost done.
All right. Well, should you start making pork chops?
Give me a moment. We'll take a break and we'll come back.
All right. We'll cut to a commercial break of something. Maybe. All right. And with that, it looks like our cornbread is done. So what do you want to do with this now?
Okay. So the cornbread we take out of the oven. And that burner's hot because we had something on it shortly ago. I'm just trying to time off. Now, evidently there was some oil right here, so that's why we have like a little hole there. But normally it would be just nice and smooth.
Would
But
that
it's still
affect the
delicious.
taste?
Not at all.
All right.
Just tastes even better because it was made with extra love.
So, oil is now love.
We did.
We have our master chef grandmama over here who just reminded us of the cornbread as we took it out of the oven. So we got triple checking. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, well, we're back, and my mom is now making the pork chops nice and breaded so we can fry them.
Just flour in a bag because they've been pre-seasoned and refrigerated for a little while, so that's what we call a marinade. I don't think it's hot enough just yet. We're just gonna wait for a moment.
All right, then. We'll be back soon. Okay, our oil is nice and hot now. Now what should these lovely viewers do?
You take your pork chops carefully and put them in a pan. If you just drop them in there,
What happens?
the grease will splatter and you can easily get burnt. So you're going to be very careful and set them in there. If you have tongs, that's sometimes a very good thing to use. And the goal is to not splash it. There we go. And we're just going to let them cook for a while, and then we'll turn them over once one side gets done.
Is this finished, son?
Mm-hmm. And we're going to turn the spinach off. And we'll let it sit for just a little while until we're ready for it.
Shouldn't you wash those tongs then?
Yes, but I'm going to continue to use them. They just have spinach and water on them.
But is it cross contamination?
If it was pork going to the vegetable, yes.
But don't you have to take it out?
But I'll wash the tongs before I take them out, before I take the spinach out.
I'm just quizzing you, because you know, I don't want to have another mashed potato fiasco.
No, you don't waste them off when you cook food. Comparison, because you said they have the before and afters. So what would you say? Do they both look similar? Now remember, these have been sitting for a little longer, so they've drained a little bit more than the fresh ones.
I think they look pretty good. You pass.
Thank you. Thank you.
You pass your first cooking test. Now, how are you going to plate them?
To plate them, let's see. I think we will start with some potatoes.
Okay. All right, I'll let them know. All right, I'll get with you.
Thank you. This is actually a peppercorn melody. So it's got a couple of different types of pepper in there, but it gives it a nice little kick. So I'm going to start with the pork chop.
Alright, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Cooking with Casey. If you did, be sure to give that like button a nice slap to the face like an awesome person. I will see all you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best cards on the wall in my room. next time. Goodbye.